Hey everyone, post Wild 110. Oh, there's a branch. Autumn, beautiful colours. I thought it'd be good to talk about lessons learned, so I don't forget at least, then I can share some with you. Yeah, I'm out doing an easy run. I'm feeling the energy returning to my legs. I still haven't properly recovered. I look at my resting heartbeat and it's still elevated. A sign that I haven't recovered yet. It's been 2 weeks after the race. I've been running 3 or 4 times, felt okay. For the nervous system, I guess it just takes longer to recover. The Wild 110, I had 9 weeks training, solid, warm conditions, tail end of the summer, more or less 10 days of taper. I don't really get on with taper very well. I find it difficult. During the taper, I feel like I'm gonna have an accident, I feel like I'm gonna catch a cold, I feel like I'm gonna get an injury. The duration I was training each week had dropped 50% or more. I need to prepare for the race. What do I need to do? So I work on my nutrition, my hydration. I try to eat clean as much as possible. Avoid the junk. Very difficult. I like the junk food a lot. Get hydrated, go to bed early, rest as much as you can. Kit ready, preparing the kit, big thing. Hell Valais, the previous ultra, that was a mess. This time around, no. Not going to do that. I prepared my kit. I decided to put all of my race kit, mandatory kit, my drop bag stuff, change of clothes. I put that all in a separate bag. My travel stuff on the other side of the bag. So I kept everything separated. So when I arrived in France for the race, boom, I had everything there. I was sure everything was there. I didn't need to go looking for everything. Everything had a place. Perfect. By preparing the kit, getting it ready, separating it, having it all in one place, so when you arrive at the race, it's just less stressful, it's calm. And if you're calm, you're going to have a better race for sure. You need to taper. It works, trust me. Stay calm, be prepared. Wild 110 this year was a late start, 10 p.m. My flight out to Switzerland, very early in the morning. I think my day started at 3:45 in the morning. I knew I wasn't going to sleep for a day and a half, maybe 2 days. So it was really important to nap on Friday as much as possible. So I decided to cut back on my caffeine Thursday. No caffeine Friday morning. So then I could nap every opportunity during the journey. And I figured it out in such a way that I could arrive early in France, have something to eat, have a reasonable lunch, and then have an afternoon nap as well. Very nice, I like an afternoon nap. Everyone likes an afternoon nap, recommend it. I think it worked really well. I arrived at the start line, totally refreshed, ready to go. I had caffeine gels with me during the race, which I took. I think I had 4 caffeine gels. I spread them. I was running for 24 hours, so one every 6 hours or so. I didn't take any more than that. I did also have Coca-Cola. I think that has caffeine in that as well. The time I finished, quite difficult to sleep. Yeah, recce. Recce in the course is always an advantage, but when it's a flyaway race like this one. So in this case, what I do is I study the course profile provided by UTMB. I load it into Strava as well, have a look at the terrain. That's helpful. And then search YouTube, see if anyone's been kind enough to upload their videos hiking or trekking the course. And I found a couple. And I found those really useful. I watched those over and over again. Figure out how much water you need between aid stations. That's really important, especially during hot days. I studied the profile and estimated my times between aid stations. Then I could be more confident about how much hydration I'd need for that section. The race is long, 24 hours plus. I knew that. I'd be lucky if I get 14 hours out of my mobile before I need charging it. Adil Boden was the halfway mark where I had a drop bag, change of clothes, I had a battery to charge my mobile, had gels to top up, everything I needed there to get through the second half of the race. I think there was family members were allowed to go there or you could have a support crew. So there was a lot of people in there. It was very busy, very hectic, everything. So everything's quite distracting. And you've already run, I think it was 60K. So 60K, I was really into the race, really focusing on the race. My number one priority was to get some food in me, change my socks, which were pretty muddy at that point. and put some pseudo cream on. Lots of things going on. I was really, every time I saw someone leaving, I thought, oh no, I've got to go. I forgot to charge my phone. I completely forgot. And then 3 hours down the road, I started getting a warning that battery was low. Have a list in your drop bag, follow the list. When you arrive there, things just might not make sense anymore. It was pretty much like me. When I arrived there, and I was just happy to put some food down me and change my socks like sort of robotic. I wasn't really there. I wasn't thinking straight at all. A little thing about what I learned with the fueling. All of my ultras, the fueling's never been perfect. I said it, I've got a reminder. Everyone does that, right? I started the race and I predicted how many gels I needed for a certain time. And I finished the race with 6 gels, so something went wrong. But I've always underfueled. I wonder how good my race, or if there would be less discomfort if I could actually fuel correctly. Between now and my next race, I'm going to experiment, improve my fueling. I think everyone can say that they can do better there. Just would have liked to have some solid food. I did have pasta at the halfway mark and it was delicious. If you're doing a flyaway, how do you manage that? You haven't got support crew and you like to eat some solid food halfway round other than what the course is supplying. What would you do? Leave your comment, I'm interested to know. Lessons learned. I finished strong because I saved myself, I saved energy as much as possible. It was a hot afternoon, I hydrated well. I thought that I was really good with the hydration. My fueling not so good, but hydration was something I really worked on. I had some scares during training. I did a couple of long runs and I underhydrated and I got in a mess. It was good that happened in training and I made sure it didn't happen during the race. It wasn't so much as a lesson learned during the race, it was more of a lesson learned during training. Have you ever got your fueling perfect? Let me know. Remember, please like and subscribe, it means a lot to me. Maybe I've reinforced something you already know. You learned something new, even better. Until the next one, let's go.